Welcome to a demo describing how to monitor scheduled jobs. One can monitor currently running jobs with the scheduling engine directly from the JSW, either by clicking the fifth menu item status or by clicking on the eye icon in the toolbar below. That directly takes you to the Gantt chart view. One may as well use the shortcut key F1 to quickly navigate to the Gantt chart view. There are 4 kinds of status view available to view status. Gantt chart view is the most intuitive amongst all views and is also allows one to manage as well as control job execution as discussed in another video. Factory schematic view starts with a world or country map depicting your various plants on it as little rectangular buttons. One can click on a plant button to see a schematic view of the plant with all departments within. One can further click on a particular department in turn to see a schematic layout showing individual work centers within. On clicking a particular work center, a window opens showing complete details of current running tasks, past tasks and future tasks scheduled on it. It is a wonderful drill down schematic view of your factory but is kept disabled in the evaluation version. Final product status is a tabular display of all final products of all scheduled jobs one desires to produce. It may be noted one job can have more than one final product defined. The end results of all execution effort is to ultimately deliver all the final products on time in full with guaranteed quality. This screen summarizes the final result for you at a glance. We have a summary bar as well as a filter band to help focus on the desired jobs if necessary. It is a self-explanatory screen. Press exit to come out. Job status view talks about each job, not individual final products. One can select and right click on any job to request a stamped JDF that can be then used to change workflow of the job itself. We do not recommend using this feature in the evaluation version, but you are nevertheless free to explore it. Press exit to come out. We shall concentrate on the Gantt chart view in this demo. Please note a reschedule is triggered once every minute, so do not expect result to be instantaneously displayed on the Gantt chart. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes for actions to get reflected on the Gantt chart. When you open Gantt chart for the first time, it takes a while for data to get loaded, but thereafter the process of refreshing happens automatically once every minute in the background. The time lag we talked about then becomes imperceptible. It may be noted LIPS is a real-time system, so all status reports get updated automatically once every minute. In Gantt chart, you can see the red now line automatically shift to the right, but in other views, a pop-up may appear telling of an update happening. Just press OK to continue. It is also possible to configure to set the updating frequency, though this feature is disabled in the evaluation version. We first explain the layout of the Gantt chart screen with all its controls and then proceed with explaining things in details. Just below the menu items common across JSW screen is a special toolbar with 2 buttons to left and 4 on the right. The first button on left is used to start making changes and is part of managing job execution. Deal within another video. The second icon with two opposing arrows is used to quickly move over to now time, indicated by a red vertical line on the Gantt chart. Let us now turn our attention to the four icons to the right. The first icon is a shortcut to factory schematic, a feature disabled in the evaluation version. Let us now take our attention to the second icon, that is a shortcut to final product status, the third submenu item under status above, whereas the third button is a shortcut button to job status that happens to be the fourth submenu item under status. The last button to the right is Work Center Task List shortcut from within the factory schematic view and is also kept disabled in the evaluation version. On the left hand side of the Gantt chart screen, just below the toolbar, are 5 sliding panes. You can open any pane by just clicking on the pane handle. Let us understand each pane's function. The topmost pane is captioned Custom Slideshow. If the JSW is displayed on a big screen situated on the job floor, one can create a slideshow with different sets of work centers or jobs being displayed, one after another, with preset durations, a nice feature that runs automatically, showing updated Gantt chart live on the shop floor. We shall explain this feature later. The second pane is the Work Center Wise. Here one has a tree view showing all centers of the factory as well as work centers arranged by plants and within them by departments and then by function. One can press Ctrl to multi-select several work centers and click on the show to see a Gantt chart only for the selected work center. If one wants to freely select random work center directly, then open the plant node that lists all individual work center. Multi-select and press on the show button to see a filtered out Gantt chart view. The third pane is job wise with a tree view first classified by job type. Since we have just one job type in the evaluation version, all job gets listed in one node itself. Like work centers, one can multi-select jobs to see their Gantt chart. Here, a point must be noted that the union of all work centers needed for all selected job is automatically selected. Further, only selected jobs tasks appear in color. Tasks belonging to unselected jobs appear as a clubbed gray bar on the Gantt chart with no details shown in order to avoid any confusion if the concerned work center is idle, when in reality it is executing a task belonging to a job that you have not selected. You can also right-click on any particular job to get various reports of the job. We shall not elaborate more on reports here, but you are free to explore. The fourth pane is for jobs that are already completed. We have deliberately differentiated between currently running and completed jobs. Otherwise, the method of working is similar to that applicable to job-wise pane. The last pane is captioned Sales Executive Wise. As already mentioned, each job is bought in by someone. One can see them classified accordingly. Let us now look at the 4 buttons below the sliding window. They are Show, Save, Slideshow, and Exit. In any sliding window, except for Custom Slideshow, we basically select one or more work centers or jobs and can see a filtered Gantt chart only when the Show button is clicked. Our filtering choice can be saved as one slide for subsequent use in custom slideshow by pressing the Save button. You are prompted to enter a valid name for the slide to recognize it when you set up your slideshow. The third button, Slideshow, is only enabled when custom slideshow pane is open. Obviously, here Show and Save buttons are irrelevant and thus kept disabled. In case you did save your slides in different window pane, you can see all of them listed in the custom slideshow window. The checkbox is used to show or skip showing the slide, whereas to the right, one can set the duration in minutes or seconds for the slide to be shown. Here, it is also possible to change the order of slides by selecting a particular slide and moving it up or down using the arrow buttons below. One can also delete a slide by right-clicking on the selected slide. Click on the slideshow button to get a full screen display of slides that shows the live status on the shop floor automatically. Let us now focus on the main Gantt chart screen. On the top we see 6 hexagonal buttons with increasing size with number 1 through 6. These are timeline zoom buttons. If you click on the first button with the 1 in it, the horizontal screen width actually shows you a 15-minute time interval, also displayed on top. Likewise, the second button is for 1 hour timeline interval, and so on, until the sixth button that compresses 2 days in the available screen width. However, one can always scroll further to the right or left in time by using the horizontal scroll bar. One can shift timeline by the amount displayed forward or backward by clicking on the double right or left arrows. This way, it is possible to see future or past tasks over an infinite spectrum of time period. Now you will realize the importance of the Display Now button with 2 opposing arrows in the toolbar. No matter where you are on the timeline, just click this button to come to now. It is also possible to control the number of work centers that get accommodated on the screen. Look at the similar hexagonal buttons stacked to the right bottom of the Gantt chart screen. Here again, the number of work centers displayed is shown as text written vertically. In case one select more work centers that can be accommodated in one screen height. Use the up or down double arrows between the T and B buttons above the vertically scroll work center. Here, T button means jump to the topmost work center, whereas B button means jump to the most bottom work center. Sure, you find this zooming intuitive. Let us now focus on the 2 pretty flowers to the lower left side of the Gantt chart screen. The yellow sunflower is the button that toggles Gantt chart to full screen or normal screen mode, whereas the green flower, if clicked, will add a symbol to all displayed tasks telling you about the nature of the task and how it was allotted. The legend button below opens up a pop-up describing what each task color means. On the right top corner is a button called View Options that allows one to configure how differentiation between matured and non-matured task is handled. Feel free to explore. The Gantt chart itself requires no explanation. It has a timeline on the horizontal axis, we discussed earlier, and a vertical bar with the work center name extended to the right as a band that displays tasks and non-scheduling time zones as horizontal bars whose length is its duration. If you move the mouse over any work center name, it starts blinking in red. Right-click to see a pop-up menu open with 6 options. The first 2 are reports on efficiency achieved in past and future utilization of the work center in focus. Third and fourth option allows one to see at a glance efficiency and utilization of selected work centers on one screen. A nice way to compare between work centers. The fifth option gives an actual versus capacity graph. Most graphs and reports are self-explanatory. Work center consoles enabling one to notify tasks. Process of notifying tasks is separately covered in another video. Each taskbar displayed on the Gantt chart 2 is packed with information. Just move mouse over any task and pop-up opens, giving details of the task. It also mentions inputs required for the task that are yet not ready, meaning the task in question is not matured yet for execution. Most information is self-explanatory. Likewise, if you right-click on any task, a pop-up menu opens with 3 options. If the task is yet to begin, and 4 if it is actually running. View properties. Click it to see complete task information like its properties, attributes, and execution preferences. One can also see on what all work center this task can technically run by pressing the work center button below. The information is exhaustive. We urge you to read various topics covered in Fundamentals button on the LIPS dashboard. View status of selected jobs. You may have filtered out only a few work centers for viewing on the Gantt chart. However, a job may require more work centers than what are seen. So, you do not see the complete job on the Gantt chart. Click this menu item to open a window that lists all scheduled jobs. Click on the checkbox to left of the job that you wish to see in entirely, meaning with all its associated work centers, and press Show button below. The Gantt chart now shows the job in question completely. Reallotted task report. Reallotting tasks will obviously disturb the schedule of operations. So, one must know at any given point in time how many tasks have been reallotted. Click this button to know what tasks they are. View task profile. This feature only works if the work center console is directly wired up with the concerned work center. Here, one sees a graph of how the task is getting executed with rate of production shown graphically. Needless to say, these elaborate features won't work in the evaluation version, but nevertheless can give you an idea of how real-time tracking at micro level is possible. Thank you.